dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing very well. So today we are going to start chapter number 5, that is Microsoft Access 2010. Okay students, so Access 2010 is a relational database application in the Microsoft 2010 Office suite that allows users to enter, manage and run reports on large amounts of data. Whenever you want to run the reports on large amount of data, so you can enter the data, you can manage your data and run the reports on this Microsoft Access 2010. Okay students, so what is database? So a database is a collection of data that is stored in a computer system. So it is a collection of data, okay, that is stored in a computer system. Database allow their users to enter, एनालाइज एंड एक्सेस देयर डेटा क्विकली एंड इजीली, और डेटाबेसेस के थ्रू ही जो यूजर्स हैं वो अपना डेटा एंटर कर सकते हैं, एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, एनालाइज कर सकते हैं क्विकली एंड इजीली. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, देयर सच अ यूजफुल टूल दैट वी कैन सी देम all the time. Have you ever waited while a doctor's receptionist entered our personal information into a computer, or watched a store employee to use a computer to see whether an item was in stock? Then we have seen a database in action. Okay, कभी आपने डॉक्टर को देखा होगा, आपकी एंट्री रिसेप्शनिस्ट आपकी एंट्री कर रही है डेटा की, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन की, या फिर जो भी आप पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन अपने स्टोर करते हैं अकाउंट में, राइट? तो वॉट एवर इज द डेटा इज बीइंग स्टोर्ड, दैट इज द डेटाबेस, ओके, इन एक्शन. सो दिस इज ट्रू ऑफ ऑल द डेटाबेस फ्रॉम द सिंपलेस्ट. This is true of all the databases from the simplest to the most complex. Okay, so databases can be the simplest or can be to the most complex. For instance, if we like to bake, we might decide to keep a database containing the types of cookies we know how to make, and friends we give to choose those cookies too. Okay, this is one of the simplest databases imaginable. अगर आपको कोई कुकी बेक करनी है, ठीक है, तो आपके पास लिस्ट होगी the types of cookies you can bake. Okay, so this is one of the simplest databases imaginable. It contains two lists, that the list of the friends and the list of the cookies. आपने कौन से friends को कौन सी cookies दी हैं, तो this is the simple database. However, if we were a professional baker, we would have many more lists to keep a track of, right? अगर हम professional baker हैं तो हमारे पास बहुत सारी list होंगी to keep a track, right? A list of customers, a list of products sold, a list of prices, a list of orders. So these are the lists we have in our computer system to go through to make a complex database. It goes on and on. The more lists we add, the more complex the data will be. Okay, so in Access the lists are little more complex than the other ones we write on paper. Okay, simple जो हम पेपर में लिखते हैं उससे ज़्यादा complex होता है डेटा जो हम Access में एंटर करते हैं. Access stores its list of the data in tables which allow us to store even more detailed information. हम और भी ज़्यादा detailed information वहाँ enter कर सकते हैं. The table below the people list in the amateur baker's database has been expanded to include the other relevant information about the baker's friends. Okay, so these are the other informations about the baker's friends. Suppose these are the name of the friends, they are their cell phone numbers, they are their birth dates, and nut allergy. Okay, if they have any nut allergy or not, so these are the further list we can add, they have added to their database. Okay students, now Microsoft Access 2010 screen. So this is a screen of Microsoft Access 2010. Okay students, so starting Microsoft Access 2010. So here we will learn to start Microsoft Access 2010. So you have to follow these steps given below. First of all, turn on the computer. The main screen will appear. Okay, students, move the mouse pointer to the sign at the right bottom corner to the scroll bar. The charms bar will appear. Click on the search charm. Type Microsoft Access 2010 in the app search charm. Okay, press the enter key. Window of the Microsoft Access will appear. Click on the blank database. Type the name of the database and click on create. Okay, students, the Microsoft Access 2010 window will appear in the datasheet view. So here it will look like. Okay students, components of Microsoft Access 2010 window. So what are the components of Microsoft Access 2000 window? So this is the toolbar, tabs, title bar, program control buttons, ribbon, database, objects tab. Okay, and this is the record selector. So some are the labeled items which are familiar with us. So let us discuss about the others. So what are these others? Object tabs. It provides access to all the open database objects like tables, reports and forms. Okay, object tab से हमें open database के लिए objects provide होते हैं जैसे कि tables, reports and forms. Next is navigation pane. It shows all the available database objects. Record selector, it displays the current record number and navigates to other records. Status bar, it displays the information about the current object or view. Okay, students, now we will learn to enter record in a datasheet view. So that is entering record in a datasheet view. So following are the steps given to enter record in a datasheet view. So your step number 1 is open the database in a datasheet view. Click on the down arrow of the first field. A drop down list of options will appear. Click on the type of data we want to enter in the field. Now enter the name of the field. Repeat the steps 2 and 4 to all the fields are named. Okay. Now enter the required data in all the fields. Okay, students. So this is how you can enter the data. Now we will learn to insert field in a datasheet view. So following are the steps given to insert field in a datasheet view. So first of all, you have to right click on the field option before we want to insert a field. Okay. First of all, you will right click on the field option, right? So a drop down list of menu will appear. So click on the insert field. A field will be inserted. Insert field पर click करेंगे तो insert हो जाएगी आपकी field. Right click on the new insert field. A drop down list of menu will appear. Click on the rename field. Now you can rename the field. Enter the name of the field from the keyboard. The field will appear. Okay, students. So this is how you can add the or insert any field in your database. Okay, now inserting field in a design view. If you want to insert in a field, insert the field in a design view, then how can you do that? So following are the steps given to insert field in a design view. Okay, students. So right click on the field option above which we want to insert a row. ओके तो जहां पर आपको रो इंसर्ट करनी है वहां पर आपको राइट क्लिक करना है. अ ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट ऑफ मेन्यू विल अपीयर. द क्लिक ऑन द इंसर्ट रोज. नाउ यू विल इंसर्ट रोज. Okay, the row will be inserted. Enter the name of the field from the keyboard and the field name will appear. Okay, students. So this is how you can insert field in a design view. Okay. Now we will learn about the primary key. So what is the primary key? So every table in our database should have a primary key, a set or the set of fields with a unique value of each record stored in a table. So what is a primary key? So every table in our database should have a primary key, right? So जो भी field है या set of fields है with a unique value of each record stored in a table, that is the primary key. We can use the primary key to identify or refer to each record. Okay. Microsoft Access can automatically create a primary key field for us when we create a table, or we can specify the fields that we want to use as a primary key. Okay, so there are some keys. और Microsoft Access जो है वो खुद भी create automatically primary key create कर सकता है. Okay, और वो हमें हमारे लिए specify भी कर सकता है कि ये वाली आपको primary key की तरह आप use कर सकते हैं उसे. A table can only have one primary key. एक table में एक ही primary key हो सकती है. Primary key is a field or set of fields. Okay, so एक primary key है तो field होगी या फिर set of fields होगा, right students? So has a unique value of each record. So primary value has a unique value for each record, is indexed and identifies the record, right students? So we can add the primary key from one table to another table to create the relationship between them. So how can we do that? So in the other table it is called the foreign key. जब आप other table में create करते हैं primary key तो हम उसे क्या कहेंगे? Foreign key कहेंगे. Okay students, for example, customer ID in the customer ID field in a customers table might also appear in the orders table. Okay, तो ये जो customer ID की field है ये customers table के अलावा orders table में भी आ सकती है. तो in the customers table it is a primary key. So in order and in the orders table it is foreign key. A foreign key is simply stated in another table's primary key. Okay students. Now setting a primary key. How you can set a primary key? So following are the steps given to set a primary key. So step number 1 is open the table in which we want to set a primary key. In the navigation pane, right click on the table. A drop down list of menu will appear. Okay students. Now click on the design view. Now you will click on the design view. After clicking on the design view, select the fields and the fields that we want to use as a primary key. To select the one field, click the row selector for the field we want. To select more than one field, hold Control and select the row selector. Click the row selector for each field. Click on Design tab. Click on Primary Key in the Tools group. Right, a key indicator added to the left of the fields and the fields that we specify us as a primary key. So this is how you can add primary key. Okay, students. Now, saving a table and a database. How can you save a table and database? So following are the steps given to save a table and a database. So click on the File tab. A drop-down list of menu will appear. Click on Save. The Save As dialog box will appear. Enter the name of the table. Click OK. The table will be saved. Okay, students. Now, step number 5 is click on the File tab. A drop-down list of menu will appear. Okay, so click on the Save Database As. Okay, a message box will appear asking to close all the objects. Click on yes. Okay students, the save as dialog box will appear. Locate the place where we want to store the database. Enter the name of the database in the file name text box. Click on the save. The database will be saved. The name will appear on the title bar. So this is how you can save your table and your database. Okay students, so here you have learned about how to create the database in your Microsoft Access. Okay, so these are the backup points where we are going to study. So these are the most important points of this chapter. So your point number one is Microsoft Access 2010 is a database software. It creates databases to store information. Okay, a database is a collection of data organized in a manner that helps in easy access, retrieval, and use of the data. Object tabs provide access to all the object database objects like tables, reports, and forms. Okay, students. Next point is navigation pane shows all the available database objects. Record selector displays the current record number and navigates to other records. Design view allows us to build a table from the scratch and set or change every available property for each fields. Okay, students, so these are the backup menu points of this chapter. So students, hope you like this chapter, hope you understood this chapter. Now we will meet in the next video with our new chapter. Till then, keep revising, keep learning. Thank you, students. All the best.